This video was sponsored by Sega! Whoosh! Zip! Hey, what's up, everybody? Guess who's back? That's right, it's me, Sponic the Hedgehog, the lovable and decently speedy character Sega calls for sponsorships. Funny thing is, though, II himself was supposed to be here instead, but he hasn't shown up yet. And we don't really know where he went. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about him, though. No, he's a professional. That level of ability comes from years of practice and a natural affinity for the spherico-kinetic arts. Well, since he's off chasing bananas, I'd like to introduce you to Super Monkey Ball Banana Rumble. The game is available right now on Nintendo Switch. II's been talking about it all month. He's super excited, and, it really is weird that he's not here. Should we go looking for him? Oh man. Ugh. Oh boy. No. He's fine. He's a monkey in his natural habitat. A giant ball. As I was saying, this is the latest in the long-running Super Monkey Ball series and the first original game in over a decade. So yeah, this is a pretty big deal. But don't take my word for it. Here's a whole bunch more on the game. Oh man, it's fogging up in here. Oh, it's so hot in this ball! Hello, my friends. I'm here to give you my early impressions of Super Monkey Ball Banana Rumble. Sega was kind enough to sponsor this video and give me early access to the game so that I could tell you the thoughts that I have in my brain about it. A quick reminder that I only accept sponsorships for games I feel that I can recommend, and only under the condition that I can be completely honest. And actually, a few years back, I did a review for Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania, and that was my very first Super Monkey Ball game. I'll admit, it didn't quite click with me. I definitely had fun, but I came away not really sure if the gameplay was a good fit for me personally. But since then, I've had this itch to give it another try. You know, this little inkling that I need to try again, especially with everyone around me going crazy about the series. You know, Sega announces Banana Rumble and everyone's all freaking out, so this seemed like a great opportunity to get the ball rolling again. Good joke, good joke. For me, the main draw of any game is gonna be the single-player campaign. And any single-player campaign that acts as an actual story mode is always going to be that much more enjoyable to me. I just love story modes. I don't care how simple it is. I don't care if it's really just a case of putting cutscenes between the levels. I love it. And Banana Rumble falls into this camp. You've got II and all his friends teaming up with a new monkey pal to track down a magical banana artifact and make all of their banana-related dreams come true. It's totally goofy, and I think it's good fun. You've even got like some rival characters in there, some kind of villains, and they're all different animals. There's like a lion guy, there's a cool sheep. I love it. I just like to have that little extra bit of motivation and characterization, kind of driving things forward, you know? I don't know, it's a very me thing. Obviously, though, it's all about the gameplay, and I'm happy to report that after having some time to digest my previous Monkey Ball experience, kind of process it, it was much more comfortable to slip back into it here. You know, I've come to understand the gameplay a lot better, and now it's really starting to click. There really is a novelty to tilting this entire humongous stage around to move your character rather than just moving the character directly. It's incredibly unique, and it makes for this really interesting dynamic where you're trying to balance your need to be careful and actually make it to the goal and maybe even get some bananas along the way, and your desire to do so as quickly as possible. Slow and steady really is the best way to do it most of the time if you're just trying to get to the goal, but there are all these extra challenges challenges for time and collecting bananas. And the way the stages are built and the way the physics system works, sometimes you can bounce just the right way or like skate along some part of the stage, skip a whole section, and just kind of plunge your way right to the goal. It's hard to pull off, but it is just so immensely satisfying when it works, when you get it. The more you play, the better you get at the game, the more you want to focus on speed. And of course, the further you get into the campaign, the tighter the time limits get, so you start feeling this pressure to move faster and faster. It's a simple concept, and yet I feel like there's a big psychological element, if that makes any sense. Has anyone ever said that about Monkey Ball before? The formula just compels you in certain ways. It gives you this urge to take big risks, to sometimes just launch yourself at a problem and see what happens. There's an enormous amount of space for experimentation. Every level offers such a unique challenge, and it feels so good to get to the goal ridiculously fast that it almost feels like each level is like its own little game to master. And I love just how many ideas the game introduces. There are so many different mechanics to enjoy, and it's surprising how quickly it cycles through them. It's like they had too many ideas to stick to any one thing for too long. There are certainly ideas that do stick around though, and these are incorporated into different scenarios in very clever ways. And of course, every combination of mechanics and traps and terrain and all that makes for a unique experience. Probably goes without saying, some of these challenges are deviously tricky. New to Banana Rumble is the spin dash ability, which lets you charge up with the B button and blast off in any direction you want. And as a relative newcomer, it's surprising that this is new, because to me, it feels like it fits in so perfectly. In fact, I'd say that this one element has helped me in gaining a new appreciation for the gameplay formula. You can use the spin dash to gain a burst of speed, which makes it easier to utilize the terrain and, jump around, kind of break the levels. And of course, just being able to change direction to better control your movement is a massive plus. It's got a little cooldown, so it doesn't actually totally break the gameplay or make it too easy or anything. It's just a little more control, and it makes the game even more fun than it already would have been. I certainly hope that the move sticks around. It's just perfect. And one thing I really appreciate? How zippy the whole experience is. I hate downtime. I hate waiting. And this game never makes you wait. You fall off the stage, bam, there you are, trying again. You hit the goal, zip, there you are, next level. It's doing its little intro animation, hit the A button, boom, you're started. I love it. It makes for a really breezy and frictionless experience. Naturally, beyond the campaign, Banana Rumble's got some other modes. I'm not a big multiplayer guy, and I haven't really had a chance to check out online play, but I messed around with CPUs a bit, and at the very least, I can say the ideas are cool. You've got 5 different modes here, and I particularly enjoyed racing, if anything just because I think the idea of using items Mario Kart style is a fun twist on the gameplay, and using the spin dash to push each other off the stage makes it very goofy and hectic. It's not a big problem at all, but the frame rate is a good bit lower in these multiplayer modes, which is a bit of a shame, if only because the rest of the game runs at a higher frame rate. It really doesn't get in the way though. And there's also maybe a part of me that would have liked to see some more side games, mainly just because the ones in Banana Mania were really fun, but I can see that the main focus here is on the multiplayer, so it's understandable. And ultimately for me, it's all about that campaign, which absolutely delivers in my eyes, so there you go. So one fun little feature, there's an in-game currency, which is really strictly in-game, no microtransactions or anything, and you can spend this on all sorts of cosmetics for your characters. And it's always fun to earn money and have a bunch of stuff to buy with it, and it's cool how you can dress up every character separately. It's a nice feature, adds that little extra bit of charm, And of course, you've got all the other trimmings you'd like to see, a big list of achievements to unlock, music player, movie mode, you can save replays, all that good stuff. And actually, one thing I'd like to point out is just how much the game lets you customize your experience. There is a pretty meaty options menu that lets you tweak pretty much anything you'd like, including remapping any input. Each time I went to the options menu looking for a specific thing, I found it. Kind of feels like it's all there. And I really appreciate that, especially when it comes to a game where the kinetic experience and the exact controls matter so much. It's really important to be able to play the way that feels the most comfortable to you. All in all, Super Monkey Ball Banana Rumble is a real good time. Way back when the very first game came out, I remember it looking really fun, but I just never got around to playing it. Fast forward all these many years, and it's just nice to say that I am finally playing Monkey Ball, and I'm having fun. It's an incredibly unique series, and Banana Rumble seems to be a mighty fine continuation. Never has encapsulating primates in plastic balls and launching them from unfathomable heights been so much fun. So there you have it. As previously established, Super Monkey Ball Banana Rumble is available right now on Nintendo Switch. Hit the link in the description to learn more about the game. Well, I'm gonna run off all super speedy fast now. Sorry Ai never showed up. Surely he must have fallen into some sort of wacky adventure with his friends. See you later. Whoosh! Hello? Hello? Oh, man, I could really go for a banana right now. Has that button always been there? Label says Spin Dash. Spin Dash? Isn't that a Sonic thing?